What is going on, everybody? Super Yankee for Life here once again, and you'll be watching a 52-5 6v6 kill confirm match on the map Standoff. I started off using the AN94 in this gameplay, but I immediately switched to the PW because I just lacked the mobility that everyone else had. So I think it worked out pretty well in my favor. And I run past that guy with Ghost. He was sitting in the corner for some stupid odd reason, but whatever. Instead, what I want to talk about in this gameplay is, I guess, kind of the best and worst as far as weapons, perks, and maps in the game. The game's been out for almost, for almost 3 months, so I think all of us have a pretty good understanding of what's good, what's bad, and what's flat out ugly in this game. I guess I'll start with weapons and, as far as assault rifles. By far the best assault rifles I've used are the the AN94, the MTAR, which is by far my favorite weapon in the entire game, in my personal opinion. The MA81's okay if you know how to burst fire well with it. I just can't do it. But it's a nice gun. It's not a great gun, but it's a nice gun. It holds its own. I mean, I've tried select fire with it. It's not bad, but it's not my absolute favorite, unlike the MTAR or the AN94. Worst assault rifle in the game gotta be the M27. I've tried almost every attachment in the book except the target finder, and I just can't do it with the weapon. Fire rate of fire is nice, low recoil. I mean, it's good, but just the low damage is just too much for me to handle. I know I've gotten a couple of good gameplays with it. It's just not a personal. I'm just not a fan of it. Submachine guns. You can't go wrong with any of the submachine guns, except for one in particular. MP7, PW, Vector, Scorpion, I'm forgetting one. MSMC, of course. Wow, how can I forget that one? That's my favorite SMG. The Chicom CQB is probably the worst SMG in the game, in my personal opinion. I can put 3 or 4 bursts onto a guy, and he'll still find some way to kill me. Now, I noticed this guy had a target fire on the Vector, and I want no part of that. I just refuse to use anything with a target finder on it. Even if I ran out of bullets, I would still not use a weapon with a target finder, even if it had all the ammo in the world. But anyway, Chicom CQBs, I'm just not a fan of that weapon. Shotguns, Jesus. By far the Remington, the gun I picked up here. 1-piece, 2-piece. I mean, just anyone can use this shotgun, which is kind of the sad part about it. But I've already said my piece about the Remington. Remington, by far the best shotgun in the game. The M1216 is by far the worst in my opinion because you have to turn the barrel every 4 shots, which is a major turnoff, especially if you're trying to take out multiple guys at once. So yeah, that's just my stance on the shotguns. What else? Light machine guns. I haven't touched those a whole lot. The only one I've used is the MK48, so I can't really say which LMG is the worst because I haven't tried them yet. But the Mark 48 has ridiculous damage. And it's unlocked right away, too, so that's even more bizarre. So, what else? I've covered ARs, I've covered SMGs, covered shotguns, covered LMGs a little bit. Not gonna touch launchers. Not gonna touch launchers because people who run around with launchers are just weird. I'll cover pistols. Any pistol in the game will do work, in my personal opinion. I have almost all of them maxed out except for one, I think, the 5.7. I like the 5. I don't love the 5.7 because it just has low damage in my opinion. It has a 20-round clip, so that always helps. But the one I really like is the Cap 40. being able to pull that out in a pinch, you know, to be able to take a couple guys out with it with an extended clip on is very, very important and very useful. Sniper rifles. I've only tried out a couple, which are the SVU-AS, DSR-50. And quite frankly, any sniper rifle in the game will help you out immensely because they have no sway, no recoil. You can take bullets like a champ with toughness on, and still get your shots on target, which is absolutely ridiculous in my personal opinion. They need to tone it down on the snipers. So yeah, I covered weapons. Now let's just go on the perks. Perks, best tier 1 perk it's gotta be Ghost or Hardline, because Ghost being able to stay off the radar is critical in this game with the UAV spam. Not so much from Modern Warfare 3 spam, but worst tier 1 perks gotta be Blind Eye. Although 100 killers are common, I just don't see the necessity to use it sometimes. Best tier 2 perk gotta be Toughness. If you're not wearing Toughness, View Kick will kick up and absolutely kick your ass. Worst tier 2 perk gotta be Hardwired. I don't know what they were thinking putting that in the game. Best tier 3 perk. This can be so many different options. There's Dexterity, there's Engineer, there's Extreme Conditioning, although that doesn't give you a limited sprint unlike in most games. Worst tier 3 perk gotta be Dead Silence. Although it's more to quiet your character up a little bit. It's just would have liked it to have, you know, more silent footsteps and have, you know, whatever. That's just my stance on that. All right, maps, real quick. Maps. Best maps, Raid. This one, Standoff, can be nice too. Slums. Oh my god, I love Slums. Hijack can be a lot of fun. It's just the spawn system in that game is just on that map is just absolutely incredibly bad. By far the worst maps are Drone and Turbine. Turbine is just it's a nightmare to play. Everyone wants to do is just snipe or just head glitch with target finders, and it's just absolutely painful. But those are my thoughts on the best and worst of Black Ops 2 as far as maps, guns, perks, all that jazz. Final score is 52-5 with 32 confirms and 4 denies. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Super Yankee for Life, signing off. Peace.